Hello everyone and welcome back to Factory Town, where in the last episode we managed to set up a little cake manufacturing area, though it is only half built and there are some significant problems with it actually. Thank you ever so much everyone in the comments who pointed out these rather glaring problems. Let's see if we can't get at least some of them sorted. Also a sneeze. I may cut that out. Or I might not. I managed to hold it in, so I don't think anyone's ears exploded. What would be the problem here? Now, let's get you moving this back across there. There we go. Now, there were a number of problems that we had set up here, and quite a lot of them come down to the speed that we're moving things around. Realistically, why are we not using chutes for the things that allow for chutes? If we look over there, we can see that chutes are moving very, very fast indeed. And that is something that we quite possibly want to make use of. So how about we try and adjust this, shall we? Can I override them? No, I can't. Well, that's a little bit of a shame. Oh, well. Let's get rid of these then. So first things first, let's get the chutes all the way over there for the wood. Now, one other thing I would like to do is let's go ahead and build a steam generator just down here. Just tuck it in the side here. Shouldn't need to be anywhere else, realistically speaking. We just need it to hook up a couple of things, and we can then also just have some logs delivered as well. There we go. Perfect. Right, I believe we have the steam pipes, but first and foremost we need to hook up the steam generators, and these will probably be in the same sort of place, so there's no real reason not to do it like this. So let's go whoop, all the way down, connect all of these up like so. Perfect. You know what, we could probably even hook up a couple of other areas as well if we really want to, and I don't see much of a reason not to at present. Let's hook these up as well, and this way we can get all of this power fed around to our other buildings. I do believe that this one is barely being used, so yeah, sure. Why don't we actually get all of this done at once? Have a little one over there. Get some being fed down here as well. Let's hook that up there, sure. And there we go. Let's see if we can't hook everything up at once. Now, I believe, though don't quote me on this, that when we hook up power like this, it should connect the grids and make use of the grids in a sensible way. Whether that is indeed what happens or not, I can't attest to yet. We're going to find out. We're going to science this live on camera. And then just hook these up as well. There we go. Right, everything should now be correctly hooked up. Is everything receiving power? Yes, 100%. What is our power grid like? 160. That's actually not too bad. I must say I'm fairly pleased with that. We don't need more people working there though. In fact, we don't. Well, I wonder what we could do. We could only get her a little bit high. Oh, no. We want that much. Thank you. There we go. Right, so again, back to getting our wheat moved around. We should be able to just funnel it down chutes a little bit faster. Now, if we have a look at our kitchen, how are we doing in here? We haven't got enough berries. Ooh, that's a bit of a problem. Yeah, we need a lot of berries for the jam, I suppose. So that does make sense, tragically. Okay, well, we can do a couple of things. Now, interestingly, the berries and the sugar really only have one place to go. They just come down here and then straight in. Now, they're not moving particularly fast anymore. Are we actually stockpiling? We're not stockpiling. We're stockpiling the sugar, but that's only because we're using the berries up too quickly. I'm thinking we might even want some more farms. Though we perhaps shouldn't get into that just yet. Let's get other things done first. Namely, let's pipe in all of the wheat straight away. Oh, look at that. Look how quickly it's going. Can eggs roll? Now, I would be a bit shocked if eggs could not roll. I'm going to be honest with you. If this does not work... Oh, there we go. Whew. I was going to be a little bit surprised. But that's fine. Eggs do in fact roll. They probably shouldn't be doing that, but we are going to do it. That means we can also get rid of all of this now. Though, that does mean we're going to be emptying this silo a little bit faster than I would like. We could probably afford to get more people working in here. We'll see. Up to 300%. Looks like we're starting to reach the limit of our ability to remove the output. So we'll leave it at that for now. Okay, so other influences. Now, a lot of people, an awful lot of people actually, have said that having water and having the animal feed does not help. In fact, it slows production down. All right, let's have a think of this one then. I mean, right now it seems to do okay, but I guess this might be more useful in a situation where you didn't have as many farm plots. Perhaps you were very, very low on space, and so you wanted to be able to grow your plots back to maturity even faster. But right now, I'm not noticing much of a problem here. So we're going to actually turn off water and fertilizer in both. There we go. Water and fertilizer disabled. And we are straight up just going to get rid of these. There we are. Let's get rid of all of that. There we go. And we'll see how this goes. Now, this may not work particularly well. We'll have to see. Now, as for the grain, we can easily get that fed down here. But I am starting to think that maybe, just maybe, we want to move the berries and the sugar direct over here, and perhaps even get them fed by another line, because we're not saturating this line. At normal output, this line is not getting saturated. But that being said, again, I think this largely comes down to the fact that we can use any type of fruit there, but we're only using berries here. A farm that was producing more berries and more sugar would probably be sufficient. We're definitely hurting for wheat as well. I think we need more farms, and as much as it hurts me, and it does, to remove minerals, we're going to have to do it, I'm afraid. Furthermore, we're also going to want to adjust the terrain around here as well. So let's get all of this sorted out all the way down, and we'll see what we can do, shall we? I think so, yes. Oh, that's one other thing we can get rid of, actually. There we go, and we can delete this. Right, if we build 2 more farms, first and foremost, we do not have the population for this. And since we're starting to produce the purple coins, let's go ahead and research advanced logistics. Sure. Now, we're only going to need blue coins for this one and mana crystals. Wow, really? 100? That is going to take us a little while. But I believe mana is going to be the next thing that we need over here. Now, we only actually need mana crystals for that. But we are going to need mana crystals at the school anyway for the next bit. So, how many mana shards are there? Oh, there are quite a few mana shards there. All right. I think we can make something happen over here. I definitely do. Pear trees. Ooh, very nice. All right. Well, let's pop down a barn to start with, just so that we can accrue these mana crystals. Sure, we'll pop you there. I'm going to want a harvester drill right here. Hopefully you can harvest mana crystals. You can. Perfect. Now, I'm going to want to deliver these resources over to the school. Now, I'm not going to need to deliver them particularly quickly, though. So, how about we try and flatten this down? Nah, of course. Of course, that would be just too easy. So, naturally, the game is not going to let me do that. It wants me to play this on hard mode. Thank you, game, I think. Let's try and see if we can't remove some of these and then do that. Can we now do it? Yes, there we go. Perfect. And then we'll put those back, just because it will make my brain itch a little bit if I don't. There we go. Now then, we need to get all the way up there. Honestly, I don't mind too much. Let's just get a road going down here. And from there, we should be able to bring a road. I think that's a reasonable steepness. All the way up to the barn itself. There we go. Perfect. And we can have this road just deliver straight to the school. And that works quite well. So we're going to want a wagon now as well. So let's get one of these on the go. Wagon right there. And basically I want to deliver these down there to the school. Eventually we'll be able to have it. Wow, you did your work fast. Ye gads. Can we straight up already upgrade? No. Oh. 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 This is a mana shard. Ha. Huh. Well then. Okay, okay. You need to go back. What do we need for the next thing then? Is it perhaps a magical forge? Do we have these? We do. Process magical items using heat and pressure. Is there anything else that we need? Workshop, specialty. Okay, so I'm going to assume that it is in fact the magical forge. Oh, let's pop you down there. Let's have a look at you. What can we do? We can make, yeah, mana crystals. Okay, and we can also make mana bricks. Very well. Let's start making mana crystals. And I guess at this point then, we just need to deliver the wagons in here. Right, let's just deliver that straight away. Ah, right, well, I've kind of made a bit of a potch for myself, haven't I? By not reading the manual. My bad. Let me get this sorted over here. And hopefully I should be able to just draw this out. This is a very long path, but I think it should be fine. We might actually be able to get this to connect all the way up and in without any particular problem. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be able to. Well, that worked out quite well for me, I must confess. I didn't deserve that to work out as well as it did, but here we are anyway. There we go. Fuel and the mana forge. Right, you can go ahead and park yourself down there because I'm going to get... Oh, now, can these crystals... Oh, they can. Marvellous. Begin delivery. Perfect. Wonderful. Marvellous. I approve. I don't need these to come out in any particular speed, honestly. I wonder, though, can I get these to empty out into a barn? Would have been better if I'd put it somewhere else, wouldn't it? Well... It's a thing that has already been done now. So what I could do, build a barn just down here. Sure, we'll do this, and let's hope that these mana crystals can actually just be moved, because I want this wagon to deliver them. See what happens. There we go. Ah, marvelous. Chutes. I stopped using you for a while, but that was my own silly fault. There we are. Perfect. It's going to be a while. Okay, so that's all set up. So once we've stockpiled enough of these, then we should be able to get quite a few things going. Though, honestly, we might even be able to... Really? Yeah, fine. Sorry. I know. Scallywag, yes I am. But I'm a scallywag with a purpose. Let's just deliver it like this. Like so. There we are. And then straight in. It's fine. We are going to need to remove that. But, thankfully, it would appear that we're probably going to be able to get this to just go straight down. Like so. And then just add a grabber on this side. Nice and indeed simple. There we go. Grabber. There we are. Perfect. And if I pop in a splitter, sorter will force matching items to take the specified path direction. Alright. I'm going to want... I could set up mana bricks at some point if I wanted to, but this will work quite nicely. Right, so while that's doing its thing, let's consider how we want to set up the farms over here. It doesn't look like the farms are struggling, which is very good to see. But whilst all of that's going on, we're still lacking population. This is level 4, so let's go ahead and upgrade a couple of these houses. We are going to get to sorting out our production of cakes shortly. Do not fret. We will get that done. That's a level 5. That is a level 4, though. Are there any other sneaky level 4s? Are there? Well, No, it looks like we're good, unless we're not. No, that is a level 4. There we go. Alright, got all of the sneaky level 4s now as well. Okay, so with that done, we've given ourselves a little bit more room to play with in terms of population. Excellent. Right, so let's get another farm then on the go. And I'm going to pop this farm. Sure, there's no particular reason. Why not? And this one will, much the same way, be producing grain, sugar, and berries. There we go. Right, we're going to want farming. Now, I've no idea of the count. Oh, actually, I'm going to need to bring that one back if I want to make use of all of this room. Or I could use the frankly ungodly amount of coins I've got and just buy it. That is quite a nice thing to be able to do. It's like, yeah, I'm filthy rich. It's basically a superpower for this colony at this point. Right, so we've got all of that done, so we can start drawing these back out and use all 4. And in fact, the ones at the back there will get a little bit of water as well, which is quite good. There we are. And we're going to want to do the same almost certainly on this side. Now, we still don't have the full setup created yet, so, I mean, there may be other issues here, but for the time being, let's just set this up as if we know exactly what we need. There we are. Berries. There we go. Now, if I can deliver the sugar and berries directly over here and then merge the grain, that would be ideal. Whether I can do that or not is quite another matter. That does become a bit more of a problem. Alright, let's move things around a little bit. Now, we've probably got a full stack of sugar, unfortunately. Alright. Let's go ahead and have new silos down here. I'm also going to cut the supply back there. This way our current silos should just empty out into them. Let's go ahead and set this up. Yoink, yoink. There we go. Right, so these should, with time, just completely empty out. In fact, that one should be emptied out pretty quickly. This one will take a little bit longer. I wonder, do berries roll? Does sugar roll? No. Oh, yes, okay. Good to know. Then in that case, then, this needs to be changed. There we go. And this needs to go, in fact. So let's get rid of you. You've outlived your usefulness. That one will be joining you shortly. Now, what we would like to do is supply the sugar directly down here. Sorry, the berries, rather. So let's build up a little support. And obviously have this bridged over. There we go. Now, the question here is going to be how we're going to remove the berries. Are we going to be able to neatly split them? And I really don't know the answer to that question. I would like to think that ultimately we're not going to be backlogging, because if we've got the berries, if we're already having a shortfall of berries, then we should, with 2 of them, be able to make it up. And even if we're slightly overproducing, I don't mind that too much. I'm going to place the grabber facing the wrong direction so I can set it up for berries first, and then I'm going to rotate it into the correct position. There we go. Sorted, sorted, sorted. So we can remove all of that now. There we are. In fact, we don't need this there for the time being. So let's remove all of this for now. Right, so the berries should be being fed in and then fed straight to the kitchen. Perfect. Now, do we want to set up a similar thing? I think we do. So let's go ahead and place down the same sort of collection. So we want wheat just down to there. We use more wheat than anything else, though I really don't think it makes much of a difference at this point. We are vastly overproducing, but I haven't properly seen how it's going to account for the lower production, lower growth times rather, largely due to the fact we're not providing fertilizer or water. We could provide fertilizer simply because we're making fertilizer anyway. So that's definitely an option. Though how we would ferry it in at this point... Well, we're producing it anyway. Now, again, actually, that isn't a bad idea. We would lose a little bit of production, but the fertilizer would double the growth speed. The problem would be that it would split the workforce. And that's the part that I'm going to struggle a bit with, I think. Now let's bring this all the way out. Now the issue here is that we're going to need to have our sugar be taken up and over. Now that's why the berries are on the lower plane, because a chute can't go up. So by doing this, we're enforcing that the berries will be moving along the faster route. The sugar, which is going to have to go on the conveyor anyway, can just go up over the hump and won't be subject to any unnecessary slowdowns as a result. I want to absolutely make sure that this only goes in that direction. I don't think it's possible that it could go in any other direction, but just in case. Right, we want berries only being removed. There we go. Right, there we are. Perfect. Now this place has got a massive stockpile, but it's largely because... Well, actually, what is it because of? It's flour. Flour is the part that's holding us up. Okay. Well, that gives me a little bit more time then to at least get the berries sorted. So let's build this out. We're going to want this coming out to around... we'll just build it out like that. Now we're going to want a ramp going up directly. Now I'm hopeful that this will allow us to withdraw it. Actually, maybe we should go over the top. Yes, this may be a bit more tricky than I first thought. The only other thing we could do is have the sugar being withdrawn from the side and then up 2 ramps. That's definitely something we can do, actually. So sure, let's set that up. So if we try this and just see if it'll work first, can we withdraw using a grabber? Can we grab sugar straight away? Doesn't look nice, but if it works well, then I'll accept it. Does that work? Does this even have sugar? Yes, it does have sugar, so that does not work. So we are going to need it to be 1 further back. That is a bit unfortunate, but okay. The main reason why that's unfortunate is it reduces the amount of room that I have to extract the wheat. But this should be alright, I think, for now. In fact, we can get rid of this for a large part. There we go. We want to bring it up another layer. And then up here, we'll start branching out from this point. Much the same on this side. So up 2. There we go. And that should be enough, I'm hopeful. So let's see if this can, in fact, withdraw sugar from it. There's some sugar being pulled out here. There we go, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And with that, we should be able to just bring this all the way along. We are going to have to bring it down once we're over the hump here. And in fact, we can probably do that over on this side. We only need to bring it down a little bit in order to make the connection. Something like that. And then again, we'll actually put a little arch in there just so it looks nice. There we go. And then finally, we'll have the last one just deliver it on the right level. Oh, let's get that rotated properly. There we go. And this should allow us to remove all of the sugar and deliver it correctly. Perfect. Right. Okay, so that's a whole other part of this extraction process we no longer need. Excellent. There we go. And this one can be deleted. Right, so that's being removed properly. We just need a grabber on this side. Moving only sugar. And this should saturate the belt. Hopefully. I mean, the belt is already pretty saturated because this one is filling it up. But we should see, hopefully, that does, in fact, completely saturate the belt. I mean... yeah, it's kind of making room here and there. We'll see. We've got 2 farms producing a rather large amount of sugar now. Right. As for this area, now this one's going to be a bit more of a potch, honestly. I'm not sure how we're going to be able to get this around. If I'd split the farms up a little bit more, it would have worked. But as it stands, this is a much more complicated problem than I would have liked it to be. That said, you know what? We've got a bunch of minecarts currently delivering wheat. 1 minecart delivering wheat. How about we take the strain off them a little bit? Though this one has backlogged. I think a large part of that is just that the mill is not getting all that it needs. We could probably fix this in a number of ways. Let's do something like this. And then I want to evenly split this. I'm not sure. Oh, that's not the right way. I'm not sure if this is strictly necessary, but we'll try it. These are currently pulling straight in. If we rotate the buildings themselves, like this, there we are. Now, we should then be able to have an extra one just grabbing directly from the silo and delivering like so. There we are. Perfect. This should keep them rolling a little bit better. Now, I do like having this stop there just as a backup in case we have some problems. But what we could do is simply have this being delivered directly to the grain mill down here. And maybe with that, it would also split off only in the event that it was unnecessary to supply it over there. I think that setup may actually work quite well for us. Let's go ahead and do this. So we're going to remove the wheat directly out from here and just feed it in over here, like so. We're going to want a grabber once again. Set this one up for grain only. There. Rotate. There we go. Perfect. Now, in the event that we have an overflow, let's have... Sure, there's no real reason not to put this all the way along. So let's go ahead and do that. All the way down here. Just... Oh, well, we could take it all the way, actually. There. We would automatically feed in there if we had an option to, but we should be able to then set this up like so. All the way down. Directly into the silo if we particularly wanted to. Like so. And with that... Yeah, it'll feed onto the lines if it can. Now, it shouldn't go in this direction unless it has to. Then we can make sure that it doesn't bottleneck there by giving it a one-way. And then an even splitter perhaps down here, just to make sure that it's spreading on the lines. There we go. And then this isn't going to be getting used as much. I mean, it's still not the best situation. It's not being able to pull things out of there as fast as I would like. But overall, I think this may actually be a decent setup. Now, I'm going to have to mirror that on this side. That's going to take me a little bit of time. But I will go ahead and do that rather than have you sit with me through it. And probably bring you back just as we finish off advanced logistics. Yes, I think so. So I'll see you in a few moments. Okay, there we go. Everything has been set up. However, one thing we have not set up is, or rather can't even set up, is the amount of people that we've got working in each of these locations. That is going to be a bit of a problem, actually. So let's instead reduce this a bit and use resources in order to buff this up. And so we've got one worker in each pasta, but due to upgrades, should be functioning more or less as fast. And that should hopefully give us enough to get a full 5 workers in each kitchen. Whew. Have we got the full 5 workers in the mill? We do. Have we got a full 10 workers in each farm? We do. Okay, we probably don't need that actually. But we need jam, butter, cake, and berry cake. Let's set all of that up. So we want jam, butter, cake, and then berry cake. And that should, hopefully, start producing everything that we need. It's going to take a little bit of time for it to build up the stockpile properly, but overall, should be doing okay. Now, the last thing that we're going to want to do is to add in the steam connections and get these all hooked up properly. Now, whether this is going to put our network over the its capabilities, we'll have to see in a moment. What are we at? 143%. That's not too bad, actually. So there we go. We have got a little backup that is gathering some wheat from this silo and pushing it out to the others. I actually do still need to replicate that. We can get that down by there, and then we can just get a nice little chute to deliver that straight into the mill. There we go. We want to make sure that this only accepts wheat, but otherwise we've got everything mirrored and everything should be working quite nicely there. Okay, we've got one cake there, one cake there. Are they producing reasonably fast? Yes, actually this one is producing about as fast as it can. We can see there, although it's a little bit hard to see, that we have got full butter, so we've actually got everything we need there. How about this one? Yep, everything we need. So it's producing as quickly as these kitchens can produce the cakes, given that they're also having to produce the jam and the butter and everything else that they need. There we are. That is not too bad. Will we saturate the belts? It's a bit of a big question. Looks like we're doing an okay job of it so far. We may be able to, actually. Well. I'm actually remarkably pleased with that. Remarkably pleased. Now, as you may have noticed, we've got all of the blocks unlocked. So let's have a look at computation blocks. We've got toggle. It can be set to on and off state. Inventory sensor. Probably does exactly what it says on the tin. Evaluates one or more input connections and produces a true or false message based on a specified Boolean operator. An agent trigger calculates information based on an agent that enters or exits the block. Okay. Logic lamp. A block that lights up when state is on. Logic set block sets a value of another logic block without triggering output. Okay, logic pulses. So basically we can set up computation. Oh, so good. I'm going to enjoy that a lot, actually. We'll see what we can do with that, but it's now time at last to get a little bit of research done. Now, all that remains is to begin researching mana transmission. I'm not exactly sure what this is going to give us, but it only requires 100 as well. Oh well. But what we can do over here is we can upgrade our base to level 7. We've increased our house maximum by 5. It's going to require 100 mana bricks next. Okay, well we know what we want from that. Let's go ahead and build another barn. Just down here will do. Pop that in there. Now, we're going to want to make sure that this path only allows certain blocks across to it. So let's pop that down. Everything up. We want to make sure that this path only accepts force matching items to take the specified path direction. But I kind of want to filter, actually. Block that only allows specific items to pass. If we pop this in there, the sorter would probably do the job. But on the off chance that this gets full, I don't ever want any mana crystals ending off over here. So let's just make sure that that's all set up, shall we? Where's the brick? Where is the mana brick? Purified crushable ore? What? Interesting. Mana brick. There we go. Perfect. And with that, we will set up a pusher that will try and jam things onto that path. It should only be able to do so if it is indeed a mana brick. Let's have a look. Will you get jammed? No, you will not. Haha! That means that we can then, in this case, start production of both mana crystals and indeed mana bricks. Now, here's the problem. That's going to use a mana crystal first. But this will also just grab it and shunt it out straight away. Well, Well. I need this to be emptied. Thank you. What we could do over here is just set this to only pull out mana bricks for now. This will allow this place to fill up over time. We've got 100 there. That should be enough for now, but then we can switch this to whatever we want later on. So hopefully this will start producing mana bricks. It's going to take bricks. Okay, well that does make sense when you think about it. Let's open this up. Got a little bit of stone. Oh, found an air temple as well. How marvelous. Do we want to just deliver the stone? We probably could, if we can upgrade our houses. Can we upgrade them anymore? We cannot. There will be no more upgrading of the houses over here. So, it looks like it is finally time for us to properly flesh out this little market district over here. Oh no, where did I put that? Ah, poop. This is going to make things super awkward, isn't it? Can I access? No, I can't. I need to get rid of that and then replace it with a road again. Ugh. Okay. Let's get that road down there. There we are. All sorted. And then get back to building this up. There we go. And draw this across. And then the same down there as well. This will only give us 2 new houses, but I'm willing to accept that for now. Let's just get a regular footpath. There we go. And have the footpaths coming out here as well. There we are. And we can get down 2 new buildings, which will at least allow us to get... Oh, actually, we can probably upgrade them all the way as well. That will give us at least enough population to flesh out a couple of the buildings we had. We could flesh these back out if we really wanted to. Not entirely sure. We'll put 2 workers in either of these, just to make sure they're producing the milk as fast as they can. But honestly, we are at that stage now where we're pretty much making this stuff as quickly as we possibly can. Let's have a look at how much this minecart picks up on this route. 4 already, that's not too bad, and it'll probably get 2 or even 3, so it'll have 6 or 7 berry cakes to deliver. There we are, 7 berry cakes to deliver. I think that's actually pretty good. We are starting to accrue. The purple coins are actually a little bit faster than we're accruing the blue coins, which is actually quite impressive when you think about it. Right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get a harvester drill. It's going to make a lot more sense to do it like this. Oh, wait, no. That needs bricks, doesn't it? Ah, okay. You need to stop. We need a slight change of plan. Ever so slight. Right, well, what we can do, if we just balance out this terrain over here. There we are. We can build a stonemason. Been a little while since we made one of these. And we'll have it deliver straight across using a cloth conveyor. There we are. All we want this stonemason to do is make stone bricks. That is literally it. And this should be a fairly easy order to fulfill. Let's make it a little bit easier on our cart though to get over there, as it is a slow moving vehicle. So let's flatten downwards. There we are. And just bring the terrain up and around like so. That should be fine. We only need one of them doing this. Since realistically we're just wanting the mana bricks so that we can get a couple of the upgrades down here going. But there we are. That's pretty good little episode. I'm really pleased with this little place we've got going over here. Though I'm noticing that we're not producing nearly enough wheat there. There we go. We're dropping that off. Now this place is going to get the priority on the wheat. Now that is not necessarily the best situation for us. But still, the farms are delivering a good chunk of the wheat across. Now, I'm noticing that the wheat around here, we're starting to see a lot of it is currently growing. How close though? The wheat is growing fairly quickly. We probably don't need to deliver the fertilizer or the water for the wheat. I don't know what the kind of growth time is on berries and sugar though. It's probably a bit longer. Certainly, I imagine that would be the case for trees. That being said, they are actually fully stocked. Yeah, we've completely backlogged, so actually I imagine we're fine for the wheat, all things told. So there we are then. We've managed to hook up quite a few buildings to power. We're currently producing 143% power, which is probably more than enough. Honestly, though we could maybe improve things a little bit over here, for example. by hooking up a quick steam pipe down there. There we go. Oops, that is not what I meant to bring up. There we are. Yeah, we're still putting 100% power. So that's just going to give everything here just a little bit of a boost, even though there's only one person working in each one. It is going to take us a while to get those mana bricks, honestly. Oh. Well, mana bricks don't get drawn out on the chute. Should have checked that, really, shouldn't I? Yes. Oh well. We'll have to sort that out in the next episode, but I really do hope you've enjoyed this one. We are making progress now, and we are making beginning steps into magic research. We've expanded out our base, and honestly, we're probably going to be able to take this all the way up to level 8 fairly soon. Right now, though, we don't need it. We've got another 2 houses that we can place down before we need to start worrying about that. But the purple coins are starting to flood in. Blue coins, we could honestly improve a little bit. If I'm perfectly honest, we do need to have a look into that. And dairy might be even worth getting some dairy over there just to increase the happiness level. We're currently got a plus 110% production based purely on how happy our people are. Actually, 120. Marvelous. But that is going to be it from me. So until next time, and as always, do take care, everyone.